Okay then, so good afternoon, everyone. Today is Tuesday, January 7th, 2020. The time is 2:02 p.m. We're meeting for our weekly business meeting. Attending are Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Fillios. And Jelena, you're going to lead us in the pledge.
Miss Springtime.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so the first item on our agenda is the consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar as listed on our business meeting agenda for January 7th, 2020.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Moving on to the payables list.
I move that we approve the payables list for the week of December 30th, 2019 to January 3rd, 2020 in the amount of $313,300.98, along with jury panel payments in the amount of $3,991.90.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Do we have any changes to the agenda? I don't hear of any, so we're moving right on. First of our action items. Warranty deed for the public right-of-way for the road improvement for Prairie Transfer Station with the Post Falls Highway District. Solid Waste, Cathy.
Yes, Cathy Mayer, Solid Waste Director, for the record. This, the board already authorized the right-of-way contract, that was back in October, and this just is authorizing signing the deed to transfer the property. It's for the new roundabout, at Pleasant View, Prairie.
Okay, questions?
Nope.
Motion?
I move that we authorize the chairman to sign the warranty deed for public right-of-way.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 2, cooperative law enforcement agreement for 2020 annual operating plan and financial plan. Exhibit A with the USDA Forest Service, our Kootenai County Sheriff's Organization, Lieutenant Higgins.
Lieutenant Higgins, for the record, this is our annual agreement with the U.S. Forest Service to provide services on their lands, and in turn, they pay us $12,100 that's reimbursable for salaries and equipment.
Okay. Same.
And this goes, same as annual, this is an annual thing, it goes until December 31st of 2020.
Understood. Motion.
I move that we approve the cooperative law enforcement agreement for the 2020 annual operating plan and financial plan with the Forest Service.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 3, clarification of the 5339 grant application for Phase 2 of the Riverstone Transit Center Resource Management Office. Kim.
Yes, Kimberli Riley for the record. This was presented on December 10th. There was some conversation that took place, and I wanted to be sure that we captured that this included $250,000 that was previously awarded in an agreement, but the application total is $850,000, $680,000 of that being federal and $170,000 match. I wasn't sure the way the conversation transpired, if that was clear, so I just wanted to bring it forward.
Okay. Everybody okay with that?
I move we acknowledge the clarification.
And that's our motion.
I don't know that we need a motion. Dave?
Are we waiting for a
Well,
legal?
are you reapproving
I love stumping a lawyer.
Are you reapproving the application?
We can do that if that's what you would like. We can reapprove
That's
it.
required, Ken?
I'm
And is
fine
it-
with whatever. I just wanted to make sure that the record was absolutely clear. The backup and everything that was already approved was for this amount. It was just a comment was made, and I wasn't, when I replayed it in my mind,
Okay.
wasn't positive.
Okay.
It's not really materially different, then I don't think you need to do anything. It doesn't hurt if you do. You just reapprove it with a motion, it doesn't hurt.
Okay, I move that we reapprove the grant application for Phase 2 of the Riverstone Transit Center.
Second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chairman Fillios?
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 4. You okay?
Yes,
Oh.
I'll rest easy now.
Approval of commissioner districts per Idaho statute, 31-704, Board of Commissioners. Dave Christiansen, where's Dave?
Right here.
Yes, sir, go right ahead.
Dave Christiansen for the record. We're here to talk today about section 31-704 of Idaho State Code, which has us meet in January preceding a general election to make the commissioner districts as equal as possible. So in doing that, I had done the analysis earlier in October and brought the numbers to you showing that the districts currently, as they're drawn, have roughly a 3 percentage point variation, high to low population. I did rerun that just here recently in the beginning of January or end of December. The number actually got smaller. It was like 2.7, 2.6 something. So anyways, given that, I propose that we just keep the commissioner districts as they're drawn, given that the statistics, kind of prove that there's not much variation as we're where we're at right now.
Okay,
And then we'll revisit this again in 2 years.
understood. Is that when the legislative districts get redrawn as well, Dave?
They will get redrawn after the census is taken this year, yes.
After the census?
Yeah,
So
so
probably-
after the census data is distributed, then the state will go ahead and redraw the legislative districts, and then we'll follow right up with precincts, and that's when we'll be probably looking at these at the same time.
Okay.
When does that happen, as far as the census?
I'm not sure of the exact dates.
About.
It's gonna happen over the summer and into the fall, and then they'll tally the numbers and get them out to us probably early next year.
Yeah, my understanding is we won't have census data until after January 2021,
Right,
which is typical.
yes. And then we get into kind of a race to getting all these districts squared away before the elections.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, is there a statutory, is there a percentage of, and maybe I didn't hear everything, in the statute, is there a percentage of variance that we can have? Meaning like,
No.
you said like 2-point-something%?
It literally just says, as may be.
Oh.
And.
So it's solely up to the commissioners?
It is, and even when you start looking at the population data that we can get from the US Census, the statistical variation in that is pretty great. The blocks can be anywhere from 7 to 45% off of their
Oh,
total values, and so, yeah, we're doing a lot of estimations
Well,
here.
and the actual statute says as nearly equal in population
as
as may
possible.
be,
Yeah.
so.
I just was curious.
Yeah.
Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve the commissioner districts, which is no change, per Idaho statute 31-704.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chairman Fillios?
Aye, the motion is carried. Item number 4, 2020-01, cancellation of taxes, penalties and interest, and filing fees for the Kootenai County surplus properties for a parcel AIN Exhibit A, Board of County Commissioners. Oh, Nancy.
Nanci Plouffe for the record. What you have before you is the cancellation of property taxes on county-owned property. There's a listing that's attached in Exhibit A that shows exactly what will be canceled. We will be paying the assessments as with your approval, but the taxes themselves and any penalties and interest will be canceled.
And by assessments, you're talking about fire protection fees, aquifer protection fees, and things like that.
The MICA,
Yep.
yes, and the aquifer protection, yes.
Yes.
And this is for the rental at Lincoln for the public defender.
No,
It's
this
not?
is,
No,
Why am I saying that?
all county-owned property.
all
yes, there's
county-owned
two.
property.
The second
You're on number
item,
6.
yeah, the
Oh, I'm
second
number
item is
6,
for
that's
the public defender building. The first one is for all county-owned
All
properties.
county properties, okay, I see that, I was one step
And
ahead.
this does not include tax deed properties. This is only county-owned.
Understood. Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve resolution 2020-01, which is the cancellation of taxes, penalties, interest, and filing fees for Kootenai County properties.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chairman Fillios?
Aye, motion is carried. Item number 6, where I was. Resolution 2020-02, cancellation of taxes, penalties, and interest, for AIN 101750, which is 1606, the address is 1607 Lincoln LLC, which by the way happens to be the building that we're renting for our public defender and the BOCC. So Nanci, will you comment on this one too?
Absolutely, this is, we will be canceling the county portion of the property tax only on this property, and any penalties and interest on that, and then we will be paying any other taxing district and assessments that are due on that property.
Motion.
I move that we approve resolution number 2020-02, which is the cancellation of taxes, penalties, and interest of the county portion only.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Fillios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Moving on to public comment. None. 2:13, meeting adjourned.